trying to understand the concept of perfection will probably drive us all insane.
JP.
I'm letting go of everyone who's gonna drag me down. I'm letting go of everyone who's never real for sure. Just let me know when you're ready to tear down your pride. I don't want no more battles lurking in my life. Been in a loop, getting lost again. Suicidal thoughts ringing in my head. Can't shake the feeling, wonder if I was there. Will I be numb or will I feel the pain? Fighting here, demons hit them with my fists. I need a glow. Time running out and the clock just ticks. Louder tick-tock, domino effect. Hit one then, the rest will fall. I better stand up before they drag me to Mount Fall. Lost too many people in my life. Feel all alone, I'm trying to own what belongs to me. Won't sell my soul. I can never go back to the man I was before. I won't ever. I know better, I'm better. If people don't see it, they need a night. This one eye's blurry, monocles so tight. Can't see why I'm distant, it's more than 9 feet. Got two fingers in the sky, all I want is some peace. I'm letting go of everyone who's gonna drag me down. I'm letting go of everyone who's never real for sure. Just let me know when you're ready to tear down your pride. I don't want no more battles lurking in my life. Been in a loop, getting lost again. Suicidal thoughts ringing in my head. Can't shake the feeling, wonder if I was there. Will I be numb or will I feel the pain?
JP.
Welcome to this edition of the Hangout Café. I'm your host Joseph Njao, and just in case you didn't know, today in history we remember one very fateful event that actually even a movie was done for this thing. It is when the Titanic struck the iceberg. Now, if you didn't know that the Titanic struck an iceberg off the coast of a place called Newfoundland, and it sank to the bottom of the bottom of the sea early the next morning, and it took the lives of over 1,500 people. Now, if you didn't know, now you know. It has been a long-standing tradition right here on the Hangout Café for us to actually peruse through all the matters that involve news and carefully package a few stories that will highlight the discussion today. Now, it is time for the news. Now, the Energy Secretary, Monica Juma, has actually promised motorists that the government will restore the normal supply of petroleum products in all parts of the country within the next 72 hours. Now, the CAS actually ordered authorities to allow fuel tanks to move across the country on a privileged basis to stabilize supply within 72 hours. Now, retailers also have been urged to operate for 24 hours, and all people are actually finally getting a breath of fresh air, because come on, the fuel crisis have been going on for too long. And I think somebody also dropped the ball with regard to this matter, and it's time for something, just a peaceful resolution to the same. If you didn't know, also Dr. Juma also said that there are a few companies that are actually, in a way, hoarding, or in a way causing the shortage, intentionally causing the shortage within the country, and that has to be condemned. And also said, aside from hoarding, the government has disbursed about $34.6 billion from the Fuel Stabilization Fund to ensure that the price of the commodity goes down. And in addition, the state has also decided to pay also an addition of $14 billion to ensure that at least we have oil to all marketers by 3 p.m. which has actually passed. So that is also a very good thing. Now, to the gist of the story, to the gist of the discussion today. Now, Britain has decided to send immigrants or asylum seekers who are actually caught from crossing its channels all the way to the Republic of Rwanda. Yes, if you didn't hear me right, you've heard me today. All of you, the guests, I think you might be thinking is that what on earth must be going on, especially with the fact that you're hearing that asylum seekers are actually being shipped to Rwanda. Now, Rwanda will have the capacity to settle tens and thousands of people in the years ahead, said Johnson, the Prime Minister. And I must confess, when I read this, I thought this must be a joke or some form of fake news. But unfortunately, there is more. And when I say it's more, is that in a statement by the Rwanda's foreign minister, he says that Rwanda welcomes the partnership with the United Kingdom and also will offer a path to citizenship or a path to have for these members. Now, this is a major flex on Rwanda's part and also a very good thing when it comes to East African community. But it is not all roses, because the fact that it is not all roses, it means that there's an activist who's actually claiming that instead of UK paying its fair share, it's actually sending immigrants to its former colonies. And that word actually really triggered me, the word former colonies. So when we get back, we shall start with the discussion. And welcome back to the Hangout Cafe with me, Fabian, and also along with the discussion of the day. Now, with me today, I have a couple of friends, very intelligent friends, I might add, who are going to help me discuss and delve into some of these topical issues, especially with regard to the Africa's and Kenya's position on the international stage, and also with specific focus on young people. So, on my left, I'm joined by her name is Linda Danflo, and Thuku Minor. Now, the discussion of the day is pretty simple. Yeah, we've heard the story about Rwanda, yes, and the fact that there is an agreement between Rwanda and the United Kingdom, such that asylum seekers who are caught going through the channel can actually be shipped off to Rwanda, and also the fact that somebody actually said that is the United Kingdom shipping its problems, quote unquote, to its former colony. So I would like to get your thoughts on the matter.
Okay, I'll start by saying I think the person who pointed out that Rwanda is that the United Kingdom is forwarding its problems to its former colonies is actually right. I mean, do these asylum seekers actually want to be in Rwanda? They are in the United Kingdom for a reason.
Why not Rwanda?
Yeah, they don't want to be in Rwanda.
Why not Rwanda? That's the question. Why not Rwanda?
They don't want to be in Rwanda. Why are they being brought to Rwanda?
So what did you say about the matter?
Okay, first, thank you for having me in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And there are two sides of the coin in this story. Okay. First, it's quite unfortunate that Rwanda is accepting people who are, let me say, people who are rejected in another country.
Mm-hmm.
Because first, if these people are really useful, like very useful, I don't think UK would be taking them or rather reporting them to another country. UK
but you would know that
welcome them with open hands,
mm-hmm,
because they are resourceful.
Well,
so the reason why UK is taking them to Rwanda is
mm-hmm,
because they are not useful to them, and it's quite unfortunate Rwanda is taking that as something that is very good or rather a privilege.
All right. Now, the useful part is where I have the contention, right? Because I think asylum seekers are individuals who are actually running away from their countries either due to war, starvation, poverty, and many other issues in search for better postures, isn't it? Now, if these are the kind of individuals we call not useful, then which individual would we call useful?
Yes. The point is not that since they are starving or since that they are having problems, that is not even the main issue. The main issue is, okay, around UK, I believe there are many countries around UK to whom they could take these people. Countries that are maybe even bigger. Rwanda is a very small country, to be honest, a very small country. Say that we are taking a herd of refugees or displaced people for them to settle there. I think we still have the colonial mentality with us, and we still think that the white people are superior to us, which is very, very unfortunate.
Well, in contradiction to the South, because I will actually get to that, is the fact that the Rwandese president has been very vocal against the Western countries and saying that, you know what, Africa will always stand up for Africa, and there's nothing you can say about it. Now, I would like to remind us that there's actually an existing agreement between the UK and Rwanda in terms of sharing. So I'm sure in one way or another, Rwanda is getting some favor, either financial assistance, whichever back is getting from the state. But we shall proceed on with the same. Now, the tendency of African countries taking up, let's say, the bulk. Yeah, the tendency of African countries taking up the bulk of, let's say, what is being shipped off from Western countries, whether it is through products and services, whether it is through kickbacks and grants. You know, it's a very controversial issue, isn't it? And I think when we come back, we should start tackling this issue and try to see what is the position that Africa and Kenya itself can take on the global stage to ensure that peace is actually curtailed, isn't it? So when we come back after this commercial break, we shall continue with this very enticing conversation. Don't touch that dial.